an outpouring into creation and the pouring of creation back into God. This is why we must be like Christ, and why Christ must live in us.
Kolsti K.
Only got my driver's license last week, and I'm already speeding with weed in the backseat. Man, I feel like Brandon Whedon when I bust on the beat, man. I feel like Hashim the beat when I bust on the beat. D-Chase on the back, and I hear some citrus presets. Bitch, I'm flyer than a fucking egret. Step into Big K, that's that shit you regret, damn. Could you imagine if K never learned to rhyme? That'd be like if Batman's parents never died, or if Bob Dylan never drank or got high, man. That would suck. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I feel like Yoko, oh no. Catch me on that motor, smoking, dro, and eating froyo. And your girls for JoJo got me deader than the dodo. Told her bounce it like a pogo, bring it back like it's a yo-yo, YOLO. Damn, on the run like Frodo.
God, I remember why I don't get drunk anymore. It makes me so depressed.
Pop it like the collar on my polo. Just popped a boner with Bono in the audience. Bonnaroo, Tomo Tumblr follows. I'm sick and tired of all of you.
Wixnath Taitaf na boof kim new not. OC not possible cause nothing new under the sun. So I made up a language sorta, but not even that. OC cause the phonemes are from my head and it uses letters from the Latin alphabet. He's speaking in tongues, but it's true. OC is all a dream, not a thing. All in the abstract, only discovery.
There's two things you can mix rum with: citrus and syrup. Maybe add lemon and see if that helps. But shame on you for possessing a V8 vegetable juice in the first place. My grandmother owns hordes of them. I think it's for her diabetes. Okay, rum is finished. Seriously, someone doted with me, but I'm not trying to. Watch my ELO tank. What? Playing with the plebe. What's an ELO tank? He actually did it. Absolute madman. Please, I don't really know what an ELO tank means. Probably means you're a moron. What a bitch, 1v1 all mid, shadow fiend. Only I will have more kills than you fucking see. S at 10 minutes in the stream. F off to the lean, Bahoma. This is between me and Thomas Toe and Lacey. IDK what that means, but you fuck that fatty up the ass. I've got a family and friends on my Facebook, but they don't know what's in the cup. Sipping on some lean and I'm sipping some Nezamine. Oh shit, that wasn't politically correct. Somebody ban the haters. Please ban this non-Dota player. The fat ass is too scared to supposed to pick on his Facebook. Currently drinking so I can provide. Should I mix my rum with V8? Bloody Harry, you're a wizard. Yeah, that's how we do it. The winding path goes on for miles, filled with lust, and it's filled with pedophiles. It's known to us as the happiness, and it's felt by some as a complete bliss. Though the laughter blinds us from the truth, the pain still grows through our youth. So come with me, you won't regret it. Dancing in the silhouettes, we live a life of broken dreams, full of hope, or so it seems. Continue on from year to year, fight so hard to persevere through something that's so deceiving. Simple truth, always leaving success is measured by our loss, given to few without a cause. Cling to a hope that we call love. Search for paths to rise above from the truth this feeling is saving us. Hope and love so contagious, our savior, this deep emotion. Thus we give pure devotion. The fact of death we disregard. Thicker than we try so hard. Thicker than we try so hard.
Man requires a healthy biosphere for his future to progress. It affects everyone, including myself.
Accelerated capitalism is the destructive phallus that will rape the goddess and inseminate her with the elite lizard men. All will crumble before them.
But wear the demonic fedora, for it brings magic and eldritch horrors upon men. The rich should be slaughtered and fed to the poor.
Here comes Jay Winters. To Lacan, it is as if the closest we approach to the real is an imaginary border, but a border in the truest sense of the word is never approached, as that would imply that the dividing line exists in such a sense so as to be tangible, and completely separate from both the real and the experience, which we know to be false, because if it were so,
So God knows our
then it
hearts.
would always also be
To
completely
those
accessible.
whom much is given, much
And
is
it is
expected.
known to us that the only thing we can ever access is the experienced reality. For as soon as we gain access to something, it automatically becomes incorporated into our experienced reality. As such, the closest thing we can ever truly come is indefinitely more and more near to this dividing line, the border itself being completely off limits. Borders, quite literally, do not even exist in the classical sense of the word. Because of this inaccessible dividing line, the subject exists in a sub-reality partially created by its wishes and demands, yet also by its all-prevailing fortitude and exceptional vigor that is always
Jesus
guarding
Christ
itself against the
condemned
sharp and jagged
those
edges which border
who
contemporary
would
experience,
oppose
never truly arriving at this
any
imaginary
degree of
borderline,
divinity,
thus
those who
bifurcating
would
abstraction that
stand
cuts off any
for
contact with the ontological,
what we see now as
unadulterated and
postmodernism.
unfiltered
Those
version of what we call
stand
reality.
for
I don't want
Thus,
to
the
Luciferianism.
experience reality,
Jesus was
crazy.
being without an attainable
very
border,
righteously
is in a
how I
certain
feel,
sense
though.
limited.
Jesus was
You always
not a
gotta feel that way.
pacifist.
You always gotta feel like
not
even
one
if
of the
you
things
got
that
a little
Max
bit,
Stirner,
you got it for
a
real.
close
I
associate,
mean, we're still
the
talking
video
about
Hegelians,
Jesus,
meant to vividly
but I mean, what was it like subjectively for Jesus? What was it like
Bust
to
up on
be
the
the
beat,
psyche of
like
Jesus?
I can't speak on that as human being with a nature of divinity.
Christ still struggles as a human being in relation.
Well, there's a struggle between Christ as a human being and Christ as a divine figure. So then how do we accurately represent the psyche of a being who is both divine and human?
I pray that it is not I who live, but Christ who lives in me. Therefore, if you wish to desire how Christ lived, you can.
Yo, we got some original, fresh, new fan fiction by Toth Lane Baroma.
It was a hot day on Tatooine, and Jabba the Hutt was sweating horribly. He was very bored because he had no visitors in his palace. Jabba turned and spoke to his major domo. I think today is a good day to go into the city and shop, and I will leave the palace. His major domo prepared Jabba's motorcycle speeder. Before Jabba could leave, his major domo remembered something very important. Jabba, I just remembered something very important. I think a bounty hunter is looking after you. Jabba didn't give a shit. He was a big hut and could overpower anyone that stood in his way. So Jabba drove into Mos Eisley City in his motorcycle while looking at bars and stores to go into. Many women were enamored by Jabba. One girl turned to her friend and said, I would much have sex with Jabba the Hutt. He is very big and powerful, and I hear he is a good lover. The friend turned to her and said, I would have sex with Jabba too. His tail must be very moist, and we all know what that indicates. Jabba could have sex with any woman that looked at him, but over the years he had acquired strict tastes. He would not bang just any women, no. Jabba was picky, and the women knew, and they were very sad for days. Jabba discovered a cantina that looked good to him, and he entered, but he was in for a shock. Hands up, said a female voice. It was a bounty hunter. I have come to put you into carbonite so that I can get money. No, said Jabba, but I have a gun and you do not, said the bounty hunter, pointing at a gun. Not for long, said Jabba, and Jabba moved his tail and knocked on the ground and kicked the gun away. And Jabba then said, you will fight with honor, bounty hunter, but you have been defeated. Go back to your home, for you have lost the battle. Jabba then took out some money and handed it to the bounty hunter. I bet this will cover your fees anyway. Thank you, said the bounty hunter. Jabba was getting ready to leave, but then the bounty hunter stopped him. By the way, you were very sexy, she said. I know, said the beautiful and moist man. Jabba took off for honor and became very moist. He began rubbing her with his strong tail. She liked it a lot. Then Jabba began to look her vagina with his tongue. His tongue was so big that it came out of her mouth. Fuck me, Jabba, said the bounty hunter, and Jabba complied. Jabba pulled out his big grimy hook dick and had sex with her for 3 hours. Everyone in the cantina was cheering, even the bounty hunter's husband. After it was over, Jabba said, "You were pregnant now." The nameless bounty hunter stared in his dreamy big yellow eyes for what seemed like an eternity. She was honored to have what few have had and what few would have. Some would simply describe it as sex, but no, it was more than that. It was beauty incarnate, it was art, it was divine, and it was magnificent. Even the bounty hunter's husband was honored.